I'm excited to share these live episodes with you from the 2024 NADA show in Las Vegas. I'm on the LotLink stage interviewing our industry leaders out there who have been so gracious to share the stage with me. We're doing live recordings. They're sharing strategies to help our industry and our businesses level up. I hope you enjoy each and every one of these episodes. Listen and learn. Hey, it's Jen Suzuki, and I'm in the industry. I meet some of the greatest leaders out there, dealer execs, dealers, GMs, and I'm bringing them in the studio to talk to me about what's making their business pop, what's accelerating their growth. I'm sharing my own personal strategies for your sales team, so I'm ready to get after it. Are you? Welcome back, listeners, to Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki podcast. I have my friend and colleague, Mitch Kudler, here with me today, and he is overseeing 14 stores, service departments. He's the vice president, fixed ops, and he's with Price Sims Family Dealerships. I've known him for a long time, and I was so pumped that he was like, okay, Jen, I'll give you 15 minutes to share some of his best strategies in fixed ops, and I'm going to ask him for uncovering some things that he's been working on as far as like big initiatives. So what innovative strategies or maybe practices have you been implementing across the stores that has significantly improved customer satisfaction, efficiency in your operations? Tell me more.
Well, the key is on it is there's no big initiatives or anything like that. It's going back and basing it and mastering the basics. What has happened over the years, we have all this technology and all these new things, and nobody's ever focused on going back to basics, training advisors, how to greet customers. Because the problem is everybody looks at service advisors differently. Yeah. And it's a sales job. The salespeople are the same as the service advisors. And they train the salespeople on meet and greet and behavior and all that, but we never train the service advisors.
I know.
So we spend a little bit more time now doing that, taking them out, teach them how to greet a customer, what to walk through, find out, make the customer feel comfortable when they come in.
Yes.
And I've been going out store to store, advisor to advisor, personally just showing them how to go to the customer, how to shake their hand, what to say.
Yeah.
One of the things I learned from you is terminology makes a big difference.
Agreed.
Instead of saying appointment, say reservation, because it's a span in time.
Yes.
Right? Or, going up and saying, my name is, you are, instead of going, hey, do you have an appointment?
Exactly.
It's just the basics of doing customer service and being a concierge.
Okay, let me ask you something. So one of the things that I see in dealerships as a big challenge when you are on topic here, you're saying we got to go back to the basics with the service advisors. We got to go back to helping them understand how to greet people. For me, hellos and see you laters are so significant in ensuring that people feel good about their first touch, with welcoming them to your service department. It sets the tone for us to even put another line item on the ticket. It sets the tone for us when we're going to call back people, after we do the MPI, and we're going to hit them up for some approvals. You've got to lay a foundation at hello, right? So tell me this. Do you think it's realistic? Because I always say this to service advisors, and they're always like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I say, well, shouldn't you know they're coming? Like, do you think that that's realistic for service advisors to actually look at who's coming in tomorrow? And it could be 30 minutes before the day starts, and they should start looking at who is this person? Yeah, so when you talk about that, what do you say to the advisors as what they should be looking for?
So what I tell them is, first of all, the day before, like we used to use pre-writes back in the day. So we print them all off, we look at their history, we go through all those steps. But now, with the electronics and with the tablets, you can see the appointment. What I tell them, schedule it every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
When the customer's there, looking over it, the day before, look at your schedule for the day. I don't believe in closed driveways where appointments for an advisor. I don't believe in that because that's unfair to the guest.
Okay.
Right? It's more of how fast can I get them in and get them out. Time is of the essence.
Okay.
So when you see them coming in, you look at your schedule, you can tell if it's a white Camry, you got a good chance it's Mrs. Jones. So that's why when I believe with it is look at that, come up, notice the license plate, walk up and say, thank you for coming to Volvo Palo Alto. My name's Mitch, you are. And you can see, okay, they're going to qualify the appointment for you. They can say, I'm Mrs. Jones. Boom. So you're here for an oil change, check engine light. It's getting them through that cadence so they're more comfortable. The customer drops it. And it's just the GM or the service manager behind you going, would you like some coffee or water?
Yeah.
Drop the tension. Because one of the things that everybody says is salespeople, they come in with a smile. Service, they come with a frown. I said, yeah, but it's our job to change that.
Exactly.
And if you make them feel comfortable when they drive in, you know who they are.
Yes.
You know what they're there for.
Yes.
They become comfortable. You give them something to drink so they're comfortable even further.
Yeah.
Selling something's easy. And you do the walk around and explain what you're going to do throughout the day, why they're standing there. It's a 5-minute process. Everybody makes it 20 minutes. It's simple.
Right.
You just got to take care of the customer through the process.
Fixed Ops is the business center that drives reoccurring revenue and customer loyalty. With 84% of all monthly calls going to service, making sure every call is answered, responded to, and followed up could be daunting. Call Review Service Vision Pro changes the game on how Fixed Ops manages the phones. And with Service Vision Pro, every call is tracked and summarized so you always have full visibility into every call. And with Service Vision Pro, you're going to get real-time alerts that empower you to be proactive when it comes to mitigating potential issues that could be caused by unanswered calls, voicemails, broken promises, or you just want to be notified of certain keywords like recalls. That matters to you. Service Vision Pro's AI technology is helping dealerships take back the phones and creating a more positive customer experience. So if you're interested in elevating your service experience, head to callreview.com to get started. I agree, because I feel like very quickly we should at least make an effort to find something to connect with customers on right out of the chute. So when you say, and who am I, and you are, and she says it's Mrs. Jones, and you see on the roster, Mrs. Jones is coming in. I want to go back. I want to say, is this a new customer? Is this an existing customer? Has this person already been here? Because has the person already been here, then I should be welcoming them back. I should be like, Mrs. Jones, welcome back. We always appreciate you. I know you've been servicing your car with us for like 3 years now, and I just want you to know we always appreciate you. You know what I mean? Or if I'm a new advisor, hey, Mrs. Jones, I know you've been working with us for 3 years. I just want to introduce myself. I'm going to be your point person. We've made some facility changes. We got a brand new waiting lounge. I should be behind my company. I should be behind my crew. I should be saying things.
We don't teach that.
Yes.
We don't teach the energy level. And you were asking me something earlier about hiring people. One of the first things I look at in hiring anybody is energy, first, their smile. How are they coming in the interview? Because if they can do it there, they can do it in the driveway. If they come in and they're kind of upset or whatever, they're not going to work well in the customer service area. This is a career move.
Yeah.
And you have to you can teach process, especially now with the technologies we have, but you can't teach a smile.
Yeah.
You can't teach them to shake a hand and
or
say hello,
look a
brother.
person in the eye. I always say, and hold it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people feel a certain feel when you are looking at
it's a relationship.
That's
it creates that relationship like that.
Yeah.
And if we're afraid of that, then we're never going to do right by it.
I agree. So, okay, now this poses the question. Clearly, we're on the same page that there's a massive breakdown in greetings of customers and welcoming them using what I call facts. That's history. That's tenure with our company and really introducing ourselves, welcoming, making people, finding a connection. And so how do you've got 14 stores, you're traveling around to all these service departments. How do you teach service managers, directors to coach their advisors, and not in a reactive way? Because I think that's a lot of the times that's what it is. It's reactive training. Something got messed up. But how do you encourage them to train their team? Is there a certain time frame? Is there consistency? Is there you pick a date and time? Like you do it before the morning starts? What do you do?
So what I've been doing is personally going out and doing the initial training. I also wrote a train the trainer.
Okay.
So I sent that out to all my service managers. So it's a 30-minute module. There's 7 or 8 of them. And every week, they have to go through their team, 30 minutes in a shot, and just do everybody every week. And then at the end of the 8 weeks, go back and start it over.
Oh, okay.
It only takes 30 minutes. It really does. And if you're the other side of it, we've taught our service managers, service directors, whatever, to sit behind their desk all day.
I know.
The first 2 hours of the morning, they all need to be on the service drive, helping, directing traffic, making sure everybody's doing their job. You've been to my old store where I had 140 cars coming in a day. They had to be on point. I tell them, you're on stage. Make sure you're here, make sure you're up to date, and make sure you're helping everybody that's there. Because they're support staff for their advisors. Yeah. And if they can do that well, the advisors will do the same. If they don't do that, advisors are going to stand behind their desk.
Right, exactly. Or not know that
look, if my boss is watching me, I'm going to be a little bit more fire today. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to feel a little bit more pressure. And if I know that you care and you're coming around asking me, you know, hey, what can I do to help you? Or, hey, you know, let me say hello to your customer, make these people feel special. Then I know that you are my coach. And I feel like this is going to impact a bigger topic that we could always circle back to, but just like, how do you retain people? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of turnover. It's hard to find people in the service departments. And now I'm like, all right, well, like, if I feel like someone's in my court, someone's trying to help me with my customers every morning, it sets the tone for the day. And now I know I have somebody, you know, that I can count on to help me grow my skill sets, support me.
Explain it to them, you show it to them. You know, I use a cadence with everybody. You got the customer, you got the employee, you got the general manager, you got the owner, you got the factory.
Yeah.
The customer is everybody's focus, and our job is to focus on the employee to help them focus on the customer. GM's going to come in every once in a while and have a customer issue.
Right.
That's what you jump on, it goes away. As far as the owner, you don't see him very much. And the factory, who cares? Because if you're doing your job with the customer, you're never going to hear from them anyways.
Yeah.
And we know it better than they do.
Yeah.
So we might as well focus on them. And the retention part of it is, if we train people, they show that we care about them and we know what we're doing, they make a great income. Most advisors across the country make anywhere between $6,000 and $15,000, depending on the brand, depending on the area. That's a great income, especially without an education. So if we spend more time teaching them, the problem is we don't.
Yes, I know.
I mean, you're one of them. We bring you in, you train salespeople for years. Now you're starting to train service providers because you see the same impact, the same size.
Exactly.
How else can you get that energy? I mean, if I had 10 of you, I could run 20 stores, right? You just don't have that, but you have to try and hire that. And like I tell them, you know, if you're a bartender, most bartenders watch when you drink. If you're at a half drink, they'll come over and they'll touch you. They'll tap you. Hey, you okay?
Time for another one.
You automatically take a drink, and then they'll come right back to you within seconds.
Yeah.
Go, you ready? Yes, I am. It's paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't, and we don't teach them to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm super pumped that you would be willing to share some of our biggest challenges in the service department. I think it's like, you know, it's our money-making department. There's a lot of this is a lot of area of opportunity, and you're always. It's the same thing I always say. This is simple, yet it's going to make a significant impact in loyalty, and that is what we are trying to fight for every day: is a loyal customer, a loyal employee.
It's all about retention.
That's it. Right? Yeah. Thank you, Mitch.
Nope. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it.
If you like these episodes and my sales game techniques, you should snatch up our latest dealer education program I'm hosting. It's called Jen's Remote Classes, and it's a 1-hour, once-a-week class with me alongside other dealerships, all pursuing the same end game to achieve top 10% status in your dealership. For more info, hit me up. All my contact info's in the show notes. I want to hear from you. And follow Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki right now to get notified when episodes like this one drop. This is Jen on the podcast Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki. See ya!